Echoes of Tragedy, Desanka, Maksimovic, Krvava, bajka, and the Kragujevac Gymnasium Massacre of 1941. Once upon a time, in a small serene town named Kragujevac, nestled in the heart of Serbia, there existed a gymnasium, a school where bright young minds gathered to learn, grow, and shape their futures. The date was October 20, 1941, a day that would forever be etched in the annals of history. At Kragujevac Gymnasium, students filled the classrooms with the promise of youth. The walls reverberated with their laughter, and the corridors echoed their dreams. At the same time, somewhere not so far from there, was a gifted poet named Desanka Maksimovic, who was just beginning to discover the power of words to convey the depth of human emotions. On that fateful day, a dark cloud descended upon the town. It was during the early stages of World War II, and the occupying Nazi forces issued a chilling order. They decreed that young students and their teachers would pay the price for the resistance and rebellion brewing in the town. Desanka Maksimovic, later Serbian famous poetess, felt compassion and pain along with her fellow students and devoted teachers she didn't even know, who suddenly found themselves caught in the cruel crosshairs of history. The innocent laughter and the youthful aspirations of the gymnasium were silenced by the grim shadows of war. On the morning of October 20, 1941, these young souls were assembled in the town square, not for lessons or games, but for an unthinkable ordeal. The occupiers ordered their execution, and the air was filled with tension and fear. Desanka Maksimovic, like her peers, had dreams of becoming a poet, of weaving verses that would inspire and console. She now faced the stark reality of mortality, the loss of her unknown friends, and the anguish of a world disrupted by violence. As the young students and their teachers stood together, they shared a sense of solidarity, knowing that they were experiencing an injustice beyond comprehension. It was in this harrowing moment that Desanka Maksimovic found her voice, even amidst the deafening gunshots. Later, after this tragic event silenced, she penned a poem known as Krvava, bajka, or the bloody fairy tale. In it, she immortalized the pain, the bravery, and the enduring spirit of those who faced the cruelty of that day. Through her verses, she transformed the dark events into a hauntingly beautiful reminder of the fragility of life, the injustice of war, and the resilience of the human spirit. The poem Krvava, bajka stands as a testament to the Kragujevac Gymnasium massacre, a chilling reminder that education and youthful dreams should never be extinguished by the horrors of war. Desanka Maksimovic's words continue to evoke emotions even today, ensuring that the tragic events of October 20 and 21st of 1941 are never forgotten. In the serene town of Kragujevac, the gymnasium still stands, a place of learning, hope, and resilience. It is a living memory, a testament to the students and teachers who, in the face of darkness, embodied the enduring spirit of humanity. Just as Desanka Maksimovic's Krvava bajka serves as a timeless tribute to their memory and the power of words to remember, heal, and inspire. On this photography, we can see the Memorial Park Šumarice in Kragujevac, and this monument you see on this picture represents the broken wings of a young bird that could never fly, as a symbol of a broken youth that gave their lives without any fault of their own. And also you can see the faces of the children and their teachers, these mortarers who are trapped in these wings in this monument. You can see their faces screaming and scared to death. On this photography, we can see the author of this beautiful poem, and her name is, as I said before, Desanka Maksimovic. Here we can see on this picture the Memorial Museum of Kragujevac massacre. This building, we can see in the background, it's a museum, and in front of it we can see this sculpture, and it's called Suđaje. The translation would be the three oracles, like mythic oracles who predicted these tragic events and this tragedy in Kragujevac. And now I will read you first the original poem in Serbian, and after that you will hear the same lyrics in English. Desanka Maksimovic, Krvava bajka. Bilo je to u nekoj zemlji seljaka na brdovitom Balkanu. Umrla je mučeničkom smrću četa đaka u jednom danu. Iste su godine se vi bili rođeni, isto su im tekli školski dani, na iste svečanosti zajedno su vođeni, od istih bolesti svi pelcovani i svi umrli u istom danu. Bilo je to u nekoj zemlji seljaka, na brdovitom Balkanu, umrla je junačkom smrću četa đaka u istom danu. A 55 minuta pre smrtnog trena sedela je u đačkoj klupi četa malena i iste zadatke teške rešavala, koliko može putnik ako ide peške i tako redom. Misli su im bile pune istih brojki i po sveskama u školskoj torbi besmislenih ležalo je bezbroj petica i dvojki. Pregršt istih snova, istih tajni, rodoljubivih i ljubavnih stiskali su u dnu džepova. I činilo se svakom da će dugo, da će vrlo dugo trčati ispod svoda plava, dok sve zadatke na svetu ne posvršava. Bilo je to u nekoj zemlji seljaka, na brdovitom Balkanu. Umrla je junačkom smrću četa đaka u istom danu. Dečaka redovi celi uzeli se za ruke i sa školskog zadnjeg časa na streljanje pošli mirno, kao da smrt nije ništa. Drugova redovi cijeli istog časa se uzneli do večnog boravišta. Slava im, honor to them. And now you will hear this poem in English. Desanka Maksimovic, A Bloody Fairy Tale. It happened in some peasant land, upon the Balkans' hilly terrain. A martyr's death befell the band. A group of students faced their bane. They were born in the same year, shared their school days hand in hand, in the same celebrations near, stricken by the same disease unplanned. In some peasant land it was, upon the Balkans' hilly terrain, a heroic death without a pause, for this group of students a common pain. Just 55 minutes before the final hour, they sat in their classroom so small, a group of little students, their power, solving challenging problems, one and all. Their minds were filled with dreams so grand, same numbers, in their school bags notebooks lay, countless A's and F's they could withstand. Patriotics and loving secrets they held at bay. And to each it seemed so clear that they would run for a long, long day under the blue sky without fear, until they finished every task that came their way. In some peasant land it was, upon the Balkans' hilly terrain, a heroic death without a pause, for this group of students a common pain. Rows of boys, they joined their hands. From their last class they walked away to the execution on those sands, as if death held no sway. Rows of comrades, they rose high to an eternal dwelling place they find. In that instant they touched the sky, leaving their earthly woes behind. The end. Thank you for listening to my lesson.